the importance of the graduate program to the university and how interdisciplinary programs and capstone programs can help facilitate the success of those programs by preparing students at the undergraduate level. So not only do they have a competency in their major area, but they also have interdisciplinary perspectives that they can add to that. The whereas statement from 19 to 21 expresses the concern that the university currently does not have an interdisciplinary and capstone program at the university-wide level that all students are eligible to take no matter what their college affiliation. And the next whereas statement lays out the major components of the program, that it prepares them for graduate study, that it allows them to demonstrate tangible evidence of competency to graduate programs and to future employers beyond the graduate school level. It also promotes the development of innovative solutions. So really there are two purposes to the program. One is at the societal level and one is at the educational level in order to prepare students. And like I said, from the whereas statement starting on 29, acknowledges the major components of the program. All of these are laid out in the program proposal in greater detail, but just in the interest of time, I'm going to let you, all the councils, read that at their discretion. The line, in line 36 to 39, this expresses really the core of the program. It's a global issue that transcends modern focus areas in academia. So basically, this program is trying to connect academic areas that are normally separated either departmentally or by college in order to tackle issues that really don't have any obvious solution. Moving on to the next page, one thing I want to point out is in the whereas statement starting in line 54, this program is based on two programs at the University of Chicago. One is called Big Problems and the other is the Chicago Careers In program. The purpose of the Big Problems program is much like Res Nova's. What it does is it gives students the opportunity to take a seminar class in an area that's related to a global issue, and then it gives them the opportunity to write a thesis about that issue and provide a solution. So I want to talk a little bit more about the actual program proposal. It's designed to be a flexible document that sort of gives you my vision for the program, and it explains how the program can be implemented. It suggests the core purpose of the program and the components as they should remain, but it also gives a strategy for implementing the program, and that will be subject to change as the program is implemented and as the program committee talks with the College of Undergraduate Studies. The second main thing that this legislation does besides express its support for the program is it creates the Res Nova Program Design Committee. And this design committee is going to be the official dialogue between the Senate Curriculum Committee and the College of Undergraduate Studies about the implementation of this program. The Senate really doesn't have any jurisdiction to create the program in and of itself, so what this legislation does is it creates a mechanism by which the creation of the program can be further explored, and it creates an official forum for the program committee to talk with the School of Undergraduate Studies. It really just gives the conversation more legitimacy. And I think an important thing to add is this program design committee will report back to Senate in the form of updates and GA meetings, and we really want to keep the college councils involved at every step in the process, so that you're not just supporting the creation of a program, but you are actively involved in its development. Because of the nature of creating a program like this, there's really no precedent for it. You don't know how the college is going to respond, but you need an official forum in which to present that information, to talk to them, and we want the college councils to be involved throughout that process. So in addition to giving periodic updates at GA meetings, the program design committee will have 5 student members and 3 faculty members. Those 5 student members will be the committee will be composed of members either from Senate, from at-larges, or from anyone in any of the college councils. And if you can look ahead to the resolve statements, the resolve statement starting in line 103 and in 109 explain how that committee will be created. The curriculum committee will hold interviews for those positions, and then the student members will be responsible to recruit faculty members who will serve as advisors to the program. So, just running through the resolve statement so you can kind of get a broader idea of how this would work, is that the first resolve statement expresses support for the program as outlined in the proposal, and it creates the design committee, which would be the mechanism by which the program would be created. And it also, I guess the second resolve statement expresses that really this design committee is exploratory in nature. It's not meant to be binding, but what it will do is it will follow the provisions as laid out in the proposal and create a program that has that purpose and those core components, but it will have the autonomy to negotiate with the School of Undergraduate Studies and to make concessions as needed to implement a program that accomplishes the same objectives as outlined in the proposal. The third and fourth resolve statements are really more about the, I guess, mechanics of creating the committee, and the fifth one expresses Senate support for the efficient and immediate implementation of the program, and it also says that the college councils support the efforts of the program design committee to work with the School of Undergraduate Studies. And this resolution will be sent to the Vice Provost for Undergraduate Education, Faculty Governance, Gretchen Ritter, and the Dean of Undergraduate Studies, all of which are, since it concerns that school. So, basically, in conclusion, I think the Res Novi initiative is a really unique program that's going to help highly motivated students prepare for grad school. I think it's a great experience for them, and I think it's a great addition to the School of Undergraduate Studies. It expands their ability to offer academic programming to upper division students who are really motivated, who are oriented towards academia, and I think it really increases the legitimacy of that school and the ability of that school to offer programs to the students. And so, I know there's a lot of information in that proposal, and we haven't had time to write it, so I really want you to, feel free to send me an email. I will take all the questions that I get, write answers, and send them out to all the college councils so we can all be on the same page. I'll also be at the Senate Reps meeting next week, but I really want to focus on any questions you might have. I think that'd be
Yeah, we now have 5 minutes for Q&A. Okay, we'll go business and social work.
I just have
Business and social work, sorry.
Alan Goldstein, Undergraduate Business Council. I just have a clarifying question. When I think it's line 95, it says creates the Res Novi program as a partially internal body. What do you mean when you say partially internal?
I mean by that because it will be a committee of Senate, but it can include members of the college councils, and it will be working with an outside body, which would be the School of Undergraduate Studies. So that's what I mean by.
Okay.
I just wanted a clarification issue on the summary. I read one of the first lines says the legislation does not ask the college council to expose or support the development of the program of the program specifics. I just wanted to clarify which one it was. If it was actually for support of the development.
Sorry. It's support of the development of the program,
Okay.
but not necessarily of the specifics. We don't want you to commit to any particular line in the proposal, just to the general outline of the program. The proposal is basically, I just want to emphasize that it's merely to give you an idea of what my vision is for the program and to help the program design committee.
Ashley Jennings, Communication Council. What's the timeline for implementing these committees?
The timeline, the program design committee would be an immediate creation. The only, I guess, delay would be in actually interviewing members to serve on the committee and finding the faculty advisors. But the actual implementation of the program is going to be completely dependent on their work with the School of Undergraduate Studies. That really just depends on the logistics of it. If that's possible, then that would be ideal. That way, starting after the break next semester, it's letting everything start with.
How is this different from the Bridging Disciplines program, which is already run through the School of Undergraduate Studies,
Yes.
other than just the capstone?
Good question. The Bridging Disciplines program is an interdisciplinary program, so it definitely has that component. The capstone program, or the capstone component, and the case competition are really what makes the Res Novi initiative unique. And also they have very different purposes. The Bridging Disciplines program is more of a certificate program that complements majors, and the Res Nova program is designed specifically to prepare students for graduate study. The capstone program is under the mentorship of a faculty advisor, and really it all comes down to logistics. A lot of people who would be interested in graduate school, who would be interested in doing a program like this, are probably already double majoring, they have busy schedules, and I think one of the big logistic differences between the two programs is that Bridging Disciplines requires a lot more hours of classes. So by keeping the course load of the Res Nova program to 12 hours, I think, and if you read in the proposal, it's when you take these classes, it's very flexible, and I think that would really help students who are busy want to participate. It gives them greater options.
Abstract intent at large. Based on budgetary cuts and analyzing your piece of legislation, I feel most of your legislation is based on financial, like a huge financial backing. Your capstone course, your survey courses, your case competition, and your distinguished faculty seminar series. How do you go about finding funding to this, like, and in light of the program going on right now?
Right, that's a good point. There are budgetary limitations, and the program has been designed specifically to limit those. As far as the School of Undergraduate Studies is concerned, it is an expanding school, so I do believe they would be receptive to something like this. As far as personnel or administration goes, it would be 1 to 2 academic advisors for the program. There are instances now, such as with the Intellectual Entrepreneurship Program, which is also in the College of Undergraduate Studies, where advisors from other programs have volunteered their time to facilitate that program. The BHP advisor last year worked with that program. So I think there are options that minimize those types of costs. There wouldn't be a faculty program director for the program, and the proposal outlines that. But I think by there are no new classes that are offered because of this, other than the capstone class, which is really a shell of a class. The students would be working with the faculty mentor, and that's all done, voluntarily. So by using the resources that colleges already offer, you're just trying to create better opportunities for students based on the existing resources.
Okay, and that is 5 minutes. Is there a motion to extend Q&A?
Would like to extend
By how many minutes?
2.
Okay, is there a motion to extend by 2 minutes? Is there a second? All those in favor of extending Q&A by 2 minutes, please say aye. All those opposed? Okay, you have 2 more minutes. Adam.
Adam Heckerman, Fine Arts Council. You said that the survey courses will already be existing, so those won't be new. Will they be upper division or lower division courses? Because there are survey courses for both.
Right. The survey courses for this program will be upper division.
Okay, and given that, could students apply these courses retroactively? For example, they take a survey course and they say, I really like this.
Well,
Could I use it as one of my 4?
The thing is, in order to count a survey class towards the program, you have to be admitted to the program, and you can be admitted to the program up to 4 semesters before you graduate. So that gives you the ability to take 1 class per semester. So if, let's say, you have applied to the program, you can use a class that's already in your major, that's already in your minor, to count towards the program, but you can't be in the program, or you can't be in the program and then use a class that you've already taken. Because the idea is that you don't want students to design projects around classes they've taken. You want them to explore new classes that go towards the program. So you just want to avoid that puzzle.
I'm sure 2 minutes is running out, so quick question. What's the timeline on this? I'm going to be a senior next year. Could I do something like this?
The timeline, it's really going to depend on undergraduate studies. So I think it really could go very quickly once we have the program design committee in place. You can start the program in the proposal that says your senior year, as long as you have time to take the survey classes. So it really just depends.
So can we pass this now?
I would love it if you could.
Okay, any questions? Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I'm sitting in. Just a question quickly, Josh. I see that you're relying on undergraduate studies, the School of Undergraduate Studies a lot, and I understand that they're kind of the driving force in introducing different majors and different areas of study to undergraduate students, and that's why they have the BDP and they have the signature classes and all of those things. But how much of the design, I'm thinking, are you cooperating with like GSA? I'm sure they're trying to do something to introduce graduate classes to undergraduate students. Are you like hoping to work with the graduate school? Because I see if they kind of get involved in the design process, it would be something much more interesting.